we can forget that the classroom is supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be this rigid environment. Learn this, copy these notes down, do your worksheet, class is over. Everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda Rose, and today I am going to be talking about 5 ways to build positive relationships with your students. This is one thing that I have spent so much time and attention on developing because I am a huge believer in building relationships with your students so that your classroom environment is a lot more pleasant. And also, I believe that it fosters a very positive learning environment when you are intentional to build positive relationships with your students. Let's get right into it. The first one may seem way too simple to even be included, but I do think that it's very necessary. And that is, say hi to your students daily. So often we can forget that our kids are human and that they are human beings who walk into the room with emotions and they go through things on a daily basis. And I think that it is so important to just acknowledge your students every single time they walk into your room. It's important for them to know that you see them, that they matter, that they do carry a presence in your classroom. So for me, I like to stand right at the door, and as the students are walking in, hey, good morning, good afternoon, how was your day? And I also like to say bye to them every single time they leave the room as well. This is actually something that I've added into my classroom rules. I've made it a point the first day that I even meet my students to tell them that this is important to me. Just greeting your students, make it a daily practice. If you don't have an opportunity to greet every single one of them as they are doing the do now or maybe working on an activity, you can circulate around the room. Just be like, hey, John, how are you? Oh, hey, Jessica, how's it going? Just acknowledge them for a second so that they know that they are important. The second way that I like to create positive relationships is to attend after school activities. There are so many things that our students are involved in that we should be involved in as well. Whether it be a sports game after school, whether it's a talent show or a theater play. My school also does academic activities, Latin competitions, math competitions. Those are things that our students are so excited to be involved in, and it's really good to build a relationship with a student by attending the game, cheering them on, and then the next day when you see them in class, oh, hey, Stephanie, I saw you playing volleyball, great job, and you just shout them out for doing something positive. It's hard work to be involved in a sports team. Our students have to maintain a high academic average. They can't be failing classes. They're going home and doing homework, but then they're also practicing for these games. They are doing a lot. They handle a lot of responsibility when they're on a team. And so acknowledging that, supporting them will definitely give you some brownie points with your kids, and they will know that, again, they matter to you because you went out of your way instead of just going straight home to partake and view one of the things that is very, very important to them. The third thing is share personal stories. We can forget that the classroom is supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be this rigid environment. Learn this, copy these notes down, do your worksheet, class is over. Like, oh my God, how intimidating and how boring. School is supposed to be fun. Now, can it be like that every day? No. But don't be afraid to share personal stories. Don't be afraid to talk about what you were doing when you were their age, when you were 13, 14. It really does make you, sympathetic to their situation and their age group, but also you make yourself relevant. You get to talk about things that you did. Don't be afraid of sounding too old. Don't be afraid of sounding too young. They want to be able to relate with someone who is a positive figure in their life. And one way that I love to do that is just sharing personal stories. Having your kids share personal stories, do now questions are a great way to do that and get them engaged in the lesson. Have them talk about themselves. Show them that they matter. When you show them that they matter, and it's more than just learn this information, we have a test to get to at the end of the year. The next thing, which I love, show an interest in their interest. Show an interest in their interest. Ask them what they like to do. Do they have a hobby? Do they like reading? Do they like writing? Do they like drawing? Are they a poet? Are they trying to be a rapper? Ask them questions about what they like to do. I had a student who was obsessed with wrestling. I don't know anything about wrestling, but every day I would have a 20-second conversation with him and he would talk about wrestling. And that made him feel important and made him feel special. Are you being fake by asking about those things? Absolutely not. It's about them, making them feel like they matter. I cannot stress that enough. And so anything at all, if they like comics, if they like anime, have conversations. Google what it is so that the next day you can actually bring something to the conversation. And again, these moments don't have to be 5 minutes long. I know that in the classroom it may feel like I don't have time for this, I don't have time to actually stay there and have a conversation. But while certain students are doing activities, you can walk up to one and just be like, hey, I saw that episode of so-and-so, what'd you think of it? A 20-second conversation minimum. You just built a stronger relationship with that kid, and then you keep it moving. And then what you'll realize is they seek you out to talk to you, and you don't always have to be the one going forward trying to build the relationship. Now they desire this relationship with you, and they will seek you out. They will beg you to stay with them during lunch so that they can talk and have a good time. But you have to be the adult and the initiator in this situation to build a relationship. And so definitely show an interest in their interests. Number 5, my last tip, encourage their effort and their progress. So much about learning is what you think about yourself, what you think you are capable of doing. We have students who think that they're not capable of learning. We have students who think that they are not good at math. They are not good at social studies. Those are all stigmas that we have to erase as educators. Every single student is capable of learning. Every single student is capable of getting better. It is a growth mindset that we have to begin instilling in our kids. And so any little bit of encouragement that you can give it. While you're walking around the classroom and you read a great answer on a paper, tell them, that was really good. I want you to share that with the classroom. When you're reading things at home and you're grading, write little notes to them. Hey, I see improvement in your writing. I noticed that you're very intentional with punctuations and vocabulary. Great job. Just acknowledge them for any bit of effort so that they know that what they are contributing to the classroom is not in vain. And again, it's all about making them feel special, making them feel important. And who doesn't want to be encouraged, right? We all want to feel like we are moving forward in life. And so making sure that you are also incorporating that into the classroom for every single student. Always encourage their effort and their progress. And that's it. These are ways that I like to build positive relationships with my students. If you have any suggestions of things that you do that you have found to work in your classroom, please put that in the comments below. We are here to help each other. And I hope that you all like this video. As always, make sure that you like, that you subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.